What's going on, YouTubers? I'm Kevin08015, and this is another episode of my top 5. And today's top 5 is my favorite top 5 sitcoms. Number 1, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Who didn't love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Now this is a story all about how I got Switzerland upside down, and I want to take a minute, just sit right there, say you have a Game of Thrones of a town called Bel-Air. Who didn't love it? My thing with Fresh Prince is it had everything that you could possibly want. It had plenty of comedy, but it had a lot of serious moments too. Moments that made you just go like, wow, just your jaw dropped. And several ideas or several memories are coming to mind, like the episode where Will, his father comes and visits him, and then he says, he's got to go, and he leaves Will again. Will just was like, why don't he want me, man? And it was just such a crazy episode, but it was so good. And I think one of my favorite dramatic episodes was where Will Smith and Carlton, I believe they got robbed. I haven't seen the episode in years, but they got robbed or something like that. And at the end of the episode, and Will ended up getting shot, and he ended up living, and he was going to be okay. And Carlton, at the end of the episode, he tells Will he was going to go look for the guys who did it to him, and he had a gun in his pocket, and Will's like, he's like, dude, give me the gun. He's like, just give me the gun. He's like, I took a bullet for you, you give me that gun. And he gave him the gun, and Will opened the gun, and real bullets fell out, and he just started bursting into tears because he can't believe something so tragic could turn his good cousin into what could have been a murderer. But overall, like I said, great show. It's obviously one of my top 5 favorite shows. Number 2, and this deserves to be number 2 because it is 2.5 Men before Ashton Kutcher. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Ashton Kutcher. I love Ashton Kutcher. I love his work. He's very funny. It's just he cannot replace Charlie Sheen, unfortunately. And there's one funny line that Ashton Kutcher said in 2.5 Men, and it's he's like, your girl, she's so hot. Why don't you? You should be crawling back and apologizing and get her to take you back. And Alan's character, or Alan, is like, oh, I like to keep my options open. And Ashton Kutcher's like, you have option. Shun. As in women usually shun you when they see you. So that was pretty funny. But everything else, like, I hate, with Ashton Kutcher, I had to find something funny. With Charlie Sheen, I couldn't see enough funny scenes. I mean, it was freaking hilarious. And it's not the take from the rest of the cast. It's just the chemistry was different with Ashton Kutcher. Like, I don't know his real name, I apologize. But the guy who plays Alan and Charlie Sheen, they had great chemistry. Chemistry that Ashton Kutcher and him didn't have. But overall, I love that show. 2.5 Men is one of my favorite shows. Number 3, another Ashton Kutcher show, a show that I do enjoy him in. That 70s Show. That 70s Show, man, I don't think there's ever been, for me, an episode that wasn't funny. I mean, Jesus, even when Eric Foreman's grandmother died, that was a funny episode. Like when Ashton Kutcher comes around, he's like, oh, hey, Eric, I forgot my 8-track in your car. I'm going to grab it real quick. And he hops in the car, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, Miss Foreman. Could you just please move your leg? I'm trying to get it, blah, blah, blah. And then Donna was like, Kelso, she's dead. And he's like, oh my God! And he runs out the garage. And my favorite '70s Show episode, and I think this is a lot of people's favorite, is the one where Eric's about to leave for Africa, and he finally, or Red finally catches the guys smoking weed downstairs, and they're just so stoned, and you know, like they're like so high, and like Fez is like, and you know, like it's so funny. It's my favorite episode. It's my favorite scene in that '70s Show history. Love it. Number 4, another Ashton Kutcher show. It's The Ranch. It's another Netflix original. If you guys haven't seen it, I do strongly suggest it. It's very funny. It has Ashton Kutcher, Sam Elliott, Danny Masterson. So it's really cool because, especially if you're that '70s Show fan, it's really cool to see Danny Masterson and Ashton Kutcher make that reunion on that show. They play a couple of brothers, and their father is Sam Elliott, and they work on a ranch, and it's really funny. It's rated R, I will tell you that, because their mouths, man. It's funny. But again, you know, like any good sitcom, it has comedy and drama, and I think you have to have the right people and the right settings and the right scenarios in order to pull that off and make it good, and The Ranch does that. So definitely suggest that show. Yeah, that's it. Oh, except for one thing, and that would be number 5, Full House. Not Fuller House, Full House. Wasn't that big of a fan of Fuller House. Gave it a shot. Honestly, I truthfully did. It's just not that great. I'll probably give it another shot. Hopefully, I'll be wrong, and I'll actually enjoy it. But we'll see. Full House, you know, again, drama, comedy, it had it all. But it also had, at the end of every episode, you know, you hear the music, and then you're like, oh, we're about to learn a lesson here. And then, like, you know, like, it was just, it made you feel so good. Like, DJ, why were you acting that way? Because I thought you loved me less than you did Stephanie. Oh, Deej, I can never love you less than any of the girls. I love you all the same. You know, people, there's people out there who don't get to grow up with that lovely family, you know, family talk, powwow shit, and, you know, it made them feel good. I mean, I didn't. I had enough love. But, it was a good show. It was a great show, and what's most important is this is one of those shows that we would all watch together as a family when I was a kid, and that just made the show that much better. Alright, so that's it, guys. That's my top 5 favorite sitcoms. If you have one that wasn't on this list, put it in the comment box below. And please, feel free to subscribe to my page anytime you want. No rush. Take your time, but subscribe nonetheless. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Peace and love.